everybody. Welcome back to my Stash Buster blanket series, where I am making a Stash Buster blanket in real time, and we take a stretch break about halfway through the row. Today I am kind of just going to wing it, because I don't have a specific subject, but I figured it was a good thing to keep keeping on, because, well, I mean, slow and steady wins the race, right? Having a row here is one more row that's done towards my goal of having the blanket done, and it also is company for anybody who's watching who is wanting some dedicated craft time. Everybody wins. This is like a bring your own project type of make along, I guess you could call it. And yeah, if you're making something special, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. It's getting into summer now, and the weather is, well, it's summer, which is awesome. I'm trying to come up with recipes that require little to no cooking, because I try to avoid cooking too much in the summer, when possible. I know this is a completely random sidebar, but did you guys realize the Olympics are coming up in July on the 26th, and they run until August 11th? And I believe they're in Paris, which is pretty cool. I always enjoy watching stuff like that. And if you're planning to make anything like water bottle cozies or stuff like that, this might be a good time to do so, or just make whatever plans you like to do for watching the Olympics. Usually involving the television and possibly, I don't know, your favorite beverage. And I'm going to take a stretch break. It's always a good idea to remember to take a little break and move around, stretch, whatever works for you, just to keep your hands healthy and, well, the rest of you healthy as well. Oh, before I start up again, I just figured I'd show you. I'm making good progress through this ball of yarn. It's gonna be a little while before I am done with it. And when I am, I think I'll measure how long the yellow ended up being and the rest of the blanket so that I'll have an idea as to how close my plans for this blanket is matching the reality. Got a little thread. Get rid of that. This is also a good time to do project planning, because I know not everyone feels like crocheting or doing their fill-in-the-blank craft this time of year, but it is like a chef's kiss time for like taking a good look at how much time you have between now and your favorite gift-giving season, and finding out how much logistically, like how much time you have to make your gifts, if that's what you're choosing to do. I know it feels like a million miles away right now, but that's why it's the perfect time to do so. It's kind of like that little kid's fairy tale about the tortoise and the hare. You know, I'm sure most of you have already heard of this one, but it's a little kid's story about a tortoise having a race with a hare, which is a rabbit. And obviously the rabbit's a lot faster than the tortoise, but because the tortoise did slow and steady the whole time, they didn't have to rush at the end. And even when you're rushing at the end, if you still might not catch up to the tortoise because he's done so much slow and steady work. And I know that's juvenile and all of that, but a lot of those little kid stories, they have a lot of good stuff in them. I was actually considering, because there's going to be such a lull in the middle of the summer for this type of stuff, I'm going to keep on going and obviously just keep on keeping on. And maybe I'll try some, I don't know, poetry or something. It feels silly to say, but I think it'd be fun, you know, something classic so I don't get in any copyright type trouble. But that would be an interesting experiment. And see what comes of it, right? you guys will let me know right away if it's not quite what you're up for. And if you have any suggestions for things to read, leave them in the comments below. Yeah, I think reading something old and classic might be fun. I'll try to match it to the season, like the summer. I wonder about... I have an idea, and this is going to be super absurd. Yeah. Maybe like Midsummer Night's Dream from Shakespeare? Or Much Ado About Nothing from Shakespeare. That's one of my favorites. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for another row, and I'll see you on the next one.